So let's move on to the practice. So what are you going to share with us today?
All right. So I invite people, first of all, to pause this if they need to go to the washroom, to have some water. Water is very important to hydrate while you do energy work, that kind of thing. And also, if you have some soft instrumental music with the Zoom, it was cutting in and out between the music and the voice. So we decided to leave you, put some soft instrumental music if you want to do this meditation with that, something that doesn't have words, because that'll just compete with your mind space. Or to do it without song, without music. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lead us through a guided visioning meditation. And there's so many different kinds of meditation, but this is a way for you to access your intuition, to access also, in this case, what I'm going to be asking for, I don't know what it's going to be yet. It'll come to me in images and I'm going to describe and walk us through it. It's for you to be able to take what you experience. So stay awake, because you have to remember what you've experienced in this meditation. But if you do fall asleep, that's okay. But try to stay awake. And from there, you might be inspired to create a song. You may be inspired to paint it, to sketch it, to make a collage to represent your experience, to just journal about it. So your creative expression that comes out of it will be as unique as you are. What this exercise is just for you to be able to access messages and stimulus for your art. So a lot of people paint what they see with their eyes open. That's never been something I could do. I paint what I see with my eyes closed. I don't paint with my eyes closed, but the stimulus comes from within. So it's just a different way. And again, let go of expectations, let go of judgment, and just open yourself to the experience and see what happens and what you come out with. And there'll be some prompts at some times where I'm not talking and it's silent, where you are to do what you're doing in your vision, and then I'll lead you back into where we're going. And so the pauses are where, if you heard the instructions, you'll be working on that. So if it goes really silent, just don't worry. It's going to be about, I think you've asked me for about 20 minutes. Let's see what happens once I've got my eyes closed. I lose sense of time. If I go way above, Romilly, you just do a little hello. But I'm sure my guides usually bring me back when in perfect divine timing.
Very good. Okay, I'm going to unpin my video so that we can see. Oh, except I can't work out to do.
All right, and I'm going to have my eyes closed because it's based on what I see with my eyes closed, and I invite you all to do the same. All right. Okay. So first of all, just close your eyes and be aware of your body, this vessel for your spirit. Become conscious and allow it to become comfortable. Whether you're sitting or lying down doesn't matter. But take an open posture. So if your legs are crossed, perhaps uncross them. Allow your arms, your hands to gently rest with your palms open in a state of receiving. And take a few deep breaths. Just your breath is your life force, your bridge to spirit. Breathing deeply for a few breaths helps you connect to your intuition. And as you exhale, just release anything that doesn't serve you or any expectations that you have. And now, with your eyes closed on the screen behind your eyes and your mind, I want you to envisage yourself sitting or lying down exactly where you are in the room where you are. Making sure you do not do this while you're driving. So allow yourself to visualize where you are. And as you continue to breathe at a normal rhythm, invite your team of divine helpers to join you in this room. Maybe ancestors, mentors, spiritual gurus, angels, guides. You may not know who they are, but anyone of any any sort of being that is here for your highest good and only for your highest good. Invite them to be with you. No matter your belief system, this is your experience, as unique as you are. You may see them, you may sense them. As you breathe, notice your breath now, knowing that you are breathing in their unconditional love. You may feel this as a sense of warmth. You may feel it. You may see it as a color. You may see them and know or simply imagine, knowing that your imagination is one of the higher levels of knowledge. Imagination, inspiration, intuition. Trust that even if you think you're just making it up, that you're choosing or you're being inspired to make something up versus something else. And as you feel their unconditional love, imagine or visualize as you're looking at the scene from above that everything is melting off of you and off of your environment as if it was wax crayons, colored wax crayons melting onto the floor in these beautiful swirls of color, leaving you there sitting or lying down in your pure light essence. And your guides around you also of that same divine light essence. And the whole room now not looking at all like you left it, but being an area of vibration filled with that love, where the boundaries between you and everything around you and your team of divine helpers is flowing one into the other as light or color. You sense one guide in particular coming close to you. You may know who it is or not, it doesn't matter. And they take you by the light hand. And as you touch them, you feel that vibration through your whole being, knowing that you're being right now in this vision, an aspect of yourself. You may be able to name it like higher self or the I am. It doesn't matter, your soul or simply a more awakened state of your beingness. And they guide you down this long hallway. Again, just streams of light and color. And they ask you to choose one of the doorways that looks like curtains of waterfalls, but the water being like light and color. And you guide them now to join you to one of these doors where you feel you are guided to today. And it may be different the next time you listen to this meditation. Know that there's something behind all of the curtains of light for you. But for today, you've chosen one and you stand there. Your guide allows you to very slowly walk through that gateway of light. And you may feel it on your skin. The streams of light, energy, love. And as you pass through to the other side, looking from above at the scene, you see a different version of yourself. It may be an archetypal version of yourself, but you've taken form now, not just light. You've taken a physical form that represents an aspect of you. And again, you may understand who it is or you may not. You can ask yourself, who am I right now? Which aspect of me is here? The guide walks through, and again, as you look at this guide, you may see one of your totem animals. You may see one of your mentors, ancestors, spiritual gurus, angels, or simply sense. You don't have to be visual to be able to experience this meditation fully. And they bring you into this environment. And with every step, when you look down at your feet, you see the world like rainbows of vibration emanating from every footstep. And the world around you taking the appearance of an idyllic setting. Pause and breathe it in. Look around you. This idyllic setting may be different the next time you listen to this meditation. Allow it to evolve and use all your senses to become here and now in this presence of this supportive, nourishing environment. What do you hear? What do you see? What do you smell? Walk around and allow your hands in this vision to touch. Touch yourself, touch your guide, touch the environment around you in your vision while laying perfectly still in your physical body where you are. Can you taste anything? This world may look in one way or may shapeshift as you walk. There is no wrong way to experience this. Simply know, however, that it is infused with love and for your highest good. If for some reason it doesn't feel good, simply breathe in, ask your guide to help you let go of any ego obstacles to enjoying and being present in the true reality of what is being offered to you. And now the guide takes you once again by the hand and brings you to a well. Whether it looks natural to have a well in this space or not, that's okay. It appears. It may look ultra modern or ultra ancient. Just pay attention to the well itself. And looking down, you see your reflection. And it's as if a fountain of water is pushing up this bowl filled with the sacred water, which you are asked to drink. And you pour the rest over your head, just delighting in the beauty, in the feeling of being inspired, of being nourished on all levels. Feel that delight tickling your heart. Feel the color, the light, the love. And there at the bottom of the bowl, you find a gift. It may be a scroll of paper that says something. It may be a symbol. It may be a vision. Take a moment now to just be with this gift. And if you don't sense it, you don't see it, just ask your guide to help you know. Knowing is also, or use your imagination. What gift is there for you? What message do you have? Feel free to ask your guide or your higher self, why am I receiving this gift? What is it meant to help me co-create in my life? It may be a work of art, or it may be a next inspired step in your life. Ask why. Ask what if it is still not clear, and it may shapeshift. I'll be quiet for 1 minute as you explore this. Have a conversation with your guides, or simply use your imagination to explore what is at the bottom of this bowl. And don't worry if the meaning isn't clear. Perhaps as you co-create after this meditation, messages will come through. Perhaps it's just a feeling that you're receiving right now, and that there's no concrete symbol or message or word. Allow it to be exactly what it is, knowing that your experience is perfect. Your guide now scoops up this object or feeling or message and holds it to your heart, and you put your hands on top of theirs. And your whole beingness in this vision expands and absorbs this gift. As you're looking from above, you may see yourself growing taller or brighter. Allow your vision to rest from above and to look down on the scene at you and your guide and this well and this gift being absorbed. How is it nourishing you? How is it transforming you? And how is it transforming the scenery around you? You may ask your guide now a question. How can I bring this more into my life when I am fully awake and present? And pay attention to the scenery. You may get clues. Other people from your life may appear in the scenery around you. You may hear or see messages. Your arms drop back to your sides. Your guide removes his or her hand and kisses your heart, blowing unconditional love to wrap and seal this gift within you. And you thank them in any way that feels appropriate for you. Your guide asks you, what is one way that you can bring the essence of this gift into your environment and into your life? You may be guided to connect with someone, to write a song, to create a painting or a poem. You may be guided to let go of a habit to create a new one. The possibilities are endless. Ask your mind to remember any guidance you receive in this room before we proceed back. And now together, hand in hand. If this is a totem animal, simply touching them, but being in contact with your guide, you walk back through the curtain of light, the doorway, back into the hall, and you acknowledge that there are many other doors to explore with different experiences at different times. And you walk back towards where you see those Crayola crayons melted on the floor in those beautiful swirls of color. And as you step through them, you see that color creeping up your legs and giving you back your physical form that you're familiar with, but perhaps feeling more at peace, more at joy, more inspired. And you go back to where you were sitting or lying down, and you see the room with your eyes closed. You see it taking back its shape, but perhaps the colors are brighter now. Perhaps the room is neater or messier, whatever inspires your creativity. And you feel your feet on the ground, or simply wiggle your toes to feel your feet if you're lying down, rubbing your hands. Feel free to rub your body, touching this amazing vessel in which you have become an individualized expression of the divine. This physical body is a bridge to your intuition, to your spirit that lives with every breath. And when you're ready, open your eyes and simply look at the room around you to see if it looks or feels different. Take a few deep breaths to get back fully into your body. And look at this body with a new appreciation. It's simply the skin that you wear at this time, but you know that you are very many different kinds of beings within, and you got to experience one today in your visioning meditation. And as soon as our exercise or as our interview, or if you can right now, pause the video and make a few notes of all the messages and gifts so that you can then integrate them into your artwork before Romalie and I close the session. And feel free to continue the conversation with your guides who are always here. Continue that conversation on paper in a journal entry, just like talking back and forth. And you may feel you're making it up, but just trust that it's working through you. And enjoy co-creating whatever comes from this experience, even if it's simply allowing yourself to relax. For that's one way that intuition comes through, is when you are in a state of being relaxed and at a higher vibration, which you now are for having experienced this. Thank you for having journeyed with me in this way. Namaste. I'd love to hear from you, Romalie, how your experience was.
Yes, it was well, aside from it was just lovely being taken into a different space. Yes, it was very interesting. I definitely had moments of sort of you're not getting it, you're not getting the right thing, and sort of, but then being able to relax again and sort of let that go. It was very interesting. The gift at the bottom of the bowl, I immediately felt like it was something copper, and then I was like, what is it? And then I went into doesn't mean anything, there isn't anything there, and then just as you were almost sort of moving on to the next bit, I suddenly realized it was this, I've got this funny copper blob. It looks a little bit like a butterfly, but it's just a piece of copper that I've had for years, and I just really liked it. And I realized that it was actually that. And so then I ended up taking from that the message was that I've already got what I need, because I've already got the gift. So that was interesting. At the last moment that sort of came through.
Wonderful. And just to input here, it may be that someone receives a gift and they still don't know what it is, but as they're walking through their day and they walk by a store that has a copper ring in it, and it's like, oh, and who knows, maybe it's the energy of the copper on their skin that they need energetically for that week, or something to help nourish something that's missing. So the message doesn't have to be figured out right now. And that sort of, I don't know, I didn't do it right, that's so natural. It's when we let go of that, that's when you get past it, and the more practice the better. It's, you can't go to the gym once and become buff, it's like you gotta go a few times. So your intuition is like a muscle, and the more you work it, the more it develops.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Dominique.
It was absolutely my pleasure.
Wonderful to speak to you today. Is there anything else before we say goodbye then that you want to share with everybody?
I just wish everybody a happy, healthy life, and know that the times where you are feeling stagnant and stuck and unhappy, you're shifting. It's your whole being asking you to shift and to open up and ask for help. Ask your team of divine helpers for guidance, and open to those messages. And again, in that free gift that I offer, the 75-minute video tutorial, I explain that a little more. But we all go through ups and downs in our creativity, in our life, and we all need to fill the cup once in a while. And the more we do for ourselves, and thank you for participating in this summit, giving you this time to be, because the more that you fill your cup, the more you have to give. So there's nothing selfish about nourishing yourself so that you have more to give.
Lovely. What a lovely note to end on. Thank you, Dominique.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye.